And we're streaming live on YouTube now. Welcome to Speaking of SAC, where we talk about San Antonio College and the news and other fun things that may be going on. I'm Hot Mustard, joined here this morning with Dr. Robert Vela, the president of San Antonio College. Good morning.
Good morning, Hot Mustard.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's been a couple of weeks, so it feels like what has happened, but obviously we didn't meet last week, so I'm so glad to be back this week.
Yes. It's we had that the Easter holiday break.
Yeah.
And, I love the spring semester because it seems like there's more breaks and more holidays.
There's more breaks, and I think they're needed, right? Because spring semester seems to be one of the heaviest semesters of all the semesters that we have. It seems like there's a lot going on with graduation and everything. There's a lot of folks that are trying to graduate and trying to get through their classes, and so obviously maybe the breaks are needed. I mean, there's just a lot going on in the spring semester.
Oh yes, and one of the things that has been going on is the choosing of the new San Antonio College mascot.
Yes.
A lot of controversy in the past about the mascot. And we're moving away from all of that.
Right.
Into greener pastures, I would say.
Greener pastures with I think now going through this process of voting, and I think we had over 370 submissions. So to be able to have the committee narrow those down to 10, and then we're taking the vote now. I think we've got over 1,300 respondents thus far, and we still have all this week. Or I think we're going to end up with the top three, really solid, I think, choices, and then of course those will be sent out to the student body for final approval. And so I'm looking forward to the top three. And part of the strategy there is to create what it could look like with all three mascots, right? So that the students can get a sense of when we send it out for the top vote getter, they can kind of see how it would, mesh or blend with our current SAC marketing and branding opportunities. So I think it's going to be really, really nice. I think folks are going to have some really good choices to choose from. And I think at the end of the day, we're going to end up with a good mascot that we can really leverage with outreach and community engagement and a sense of pride for the school when we start competing back in our sports programs and speech team and everyone competing. I think we'll rally around our mascot.
Definitely. So if you're a San Antonio College student, staff, faculty member, check your ACES email. It'll be the link is in the newsletter, and there's 10 choices you can choose from. And once we have all the votes in, you have until this Friday, will be narrowed down to the top three. Now, current students who participate in the survey, you'll be entered in for a chance to win an Apple Watch.
Nice.
So very cool.
That is cool. I'm sure that came from Student Life, because they love to give away pizza and Apple Watches. So I'm sure.
Yes.
So anything to get our students to come out and vote will definitely, they do such a great job, and they know exactly what our students want.
Yes. So you have until this Friday, April 16th. Check your ACES email, and professors and staff tell other students, get involved and vote. It'd be very cool.
Yeah, I'm real surprised. I think we're up to 1,300. So I think we're going to be in great shape to get the top three, and then I anticipate some big votes coming forward for the final three. So exciting stuff.
Yes. Also, big news: return to campus plan. This is the big buzz in higher education.
Yep.
We're talking. It's big. It's a big topic. Vaccine requirements, no vaccine requirements. Right. Which way are we going to go? Incentives, no incentives. We've said it once, we'll say it again. It's all on the table, and it's all up for grabs.
That's right. And obviously, I'm sure you've heard about, Hot Mustard, that some of these private schools, especially in the Northeast, are now requiring vaccination to come back. And I think it's starting to really take off. However, state schools are a little different. Obviously, we don't want to take that approach. We want to incentivize vaccinations for our employees, but also for our students at some point. We are working through those potential options that we have to how can we incentivize our students getting vaccinated, as they onboard this summer and onboard in the fall. So I think our approach as an Alamo Colleges is to incentivize. It's not to mandate, but just to try to educate our student body about, the pros and cons, and then let them make a sound decision on what they want to do. But at the end of the day, we want to create a safe learning environment for all students, staff, and faculty when we return in the fall. We return to 50% summer 2, and full about between 50 and 75% in the fall. We want to get folks near fully vaccinated if possible, if we can incentivize it just right.
Definitely. A study was done from a firm that specializes in enrollment management, I would say, for higher ed institutions. And what they found was most college students are willing to enroll at colleges that have vaccine requirements. But then there's also other people saying, the vaccine requirement, especially for our community, it holds people back. It's hard for people to get access to the vaccine, especially if you have to call and there's not a system set up here in town yet.
Well, and that's a great point, because as we all know, especially for community college, another barrier for a lot of our students is that bacterial meningitis inoculation. That is a requirement now as for all, for folks entering the college, especially as freshmen. There are some rules that you can, maybe not if you're fully online or you're above a certain age, but at the end of the day, it's like you said, Hot Mustard, it's another layer of requirements to get onboarded, which sometimes make it hard for people that want to come to school. And if you've got 10 things they've got to do before they get registered, that could serve as a deterrent for a lot of our students, right? Because people are busy, they're working, they're managing their personal lives, and it's our job to try to make it as easy as possible for them to onboard and get them on their pathway for achieving their personal, academic, and career goals.
Definitely. In first time in college students, you have to go through the enrollment process and paperwork, and then all of a sudden you have to navigate the healthcare system on top of it. It can almost beat you up, but we do not let that happen here at San Antonio College.
Right. That's exactly right.
We want to empower you, and we will get you through it. And once you get in, you're in. Yeah.
And one of the things that we're, as you know, are very proud of, the things that we do, not just here at SAC, but at Alamo Colleges, is, we're partnering with community labs. So we're going to be able to have our students test if they want to test to see if they're asymptomatic or not. That's going to be a great free service to our students that want to do that. We are also, PAC and SAC are the first to offer the clinic services through UT Health School of Nursing. And those will in May. And we could potentially see some vaccinations coming through that site for our students. So if we can make it easier and more streamlined for our students that don't have to go hunting for these sites and they can come directly to SAC, I think that would encourage our students to get vaccinated. But you're right, Hot Mustard. Part of it is the hunting that has to happen to get the vaccination, which can be a deterrent. But if we can make it available to our students here at the Alamo Colleges, at each one of the Alamo Colleges, I think our students would be more willing to sign up, because they are physically here anyway, and they could stop by one of the clinics or one of the sites and get vaccinated, hopefully.
Definitely. And I've always admired that about SAC, the vertical integration, getting everything in-house, one-stop shop.
That's exactly right. So again, I don't want folks I promised our employees that we would have sessions as things start to change. So, obviously we're moving from a level 4 in May to a level 3 in the summer, to a level 2, summer 2, and then back to a level 1 this fall, up to 75%, not 100%. We will have a Zoom session, a summit on kind of what that's going to look like, to be held for employees April 23rd from 3 to 5 p.m. And for students, it will be on a Thursday, April 29th, from noon to 1:30. So we always have a great turnout for these summits on kind of what it's going to look like and feel like when we return. So we're looking forward to those summits later this month.
Definitely. And let's see, SAC made a new chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, winning awards. Congratulations to them.
This is a big deal because, first of all, we have a very active Phi Theta Kappa program at SAC. And folks have set the bar high. We've got that 5-star chapter in the past. And I met with these group of talented individuals, and they say, we want to get that 5-star chapter for SAC. It takes a lot of work, Hot Mustard, individually and collectively. They've got to prepare a project. They've got to do some individual commitments. They've got to get X amount of community service hours. There's a lot of work that needs to go into just being eligible to apply for a 5-star chapter. Well, they got it. And that's a big deal for them. It's a big deal for SAC to say we are among the best Phi Theta Kappa chapters in the country. And I am so proud of Phi Theta Kappa, their leadership, their advisors, Mr. Lucelli and others that are out there just, helping these young minds and these young leaders and mentoring them to be the best that they can be. So very, very proud of what they're doing. So a lot of merit type things that go on as a result of these awards. So they're walking the walk. They're not just talking it. So I'm very, very proud of them.
And they also received a Reach Award, recognizing excellence and completion with honors. So it's given to chapters that have a large member acceptance rate.
Part
of their college.
There it is. Part of their protocols or journey is to get more people into their chapter. There are people out there that have really good grades that may not know about all these honor societies, right? So they have done some amazing marketing and getting students to onboard. And ultimately, these kinds of awards, as you transfer to that senior institution, will get you more scholarship money, will get you more opportunities at universities when you do transfer. So it is a big deal for these students to have this on their resume as an active member of Phi Theta Kappa.
Yes. So definitely reach out to them, Phi Theta Kappa.
Yes.
Spring graduation. The deadline is coming up this Thursday. Students can apply alamo.edu/SAC/graduation. If you haven't gotten with your advisor already, now would be a great time and apply. It's going to be a lot of fun too. We have a fun commencement planned. You're
on the committee, right, Hot Mustard? I know you don't want to give out any secrets, but
I'm not on the committee, but I'm there for moral support.
Yeah. You're like in a consultant kind of fashion, for the.
I'm there when they need me, if they need me.
Yeah, well,
they're doing a great job.
Yes.
Lauren and Melissa and everybody, fantastic job.
They're doing a great job. Obviously, April 15th is, I know our graduation committee has pushed that deadline as far back as they can to get everybody registered. So please take advantage of it. We're, I think we're going to have something. Well, I know we're going to have something special for graduation that I think will be something that our students and our graduates had never seen before. So if you're eligible or you're one class away, and you're planning to take that class in the summer, you still can participate. So go in there and apply and let's get you on the list to get you graduated and get you through our graduation ceremony, because it's going to be something special.
Registration's open right now for Maymester and the summer sessions. Right now, this is a great opportunity, summer session and Maymester, to get the classes you need and just knock them out. Get them done.
And then we have the Summer Momentum Program, Hot Mustard, which you and I've talked about at length here. So this is the time to say, hey, I took my 18 hours, I did well. I'd like to get a tuition-free course. Or maybe I took, up to 24 hours this past year, and I'm eligible for up to 2 courses tuition-free. So obviously this is a great time to stay connected, stay engaged, get you through the finish line quicker. And the way we've talked about this, you've mentioned this before, the way you get ahead is those Maymesters and summer sessions, right? So you can really get in front of it so that your load next fall or spring is not so intense that you can actually balance work and life, right?
Oh, yes. Have you ever taken a summer course?
I have, and actually I like it. You know why I like it? Because I'm kind of like you. At the beginning, I was like, no, this is my summer. I'm not going to take classes. I'm going to take time off. But when you take it, if you can just buckle down for 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and just commit to that one, sometimes people take two. I only took one, just to that one subject matter. I found it easier to concentrate and focus on one subject as opposed to 5 or 6 different subjects, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first time I took the summer courses, I took 4.
Wow.
I took the Maymester.
Yeah.
And then I started Spanish 1, which was the 8-week course. And I was confused. So I signed up for Spanish 2, the second semester of summer courses. So I talked with my Spanish 1 professor. I was like, I'm a little bit familiar with Spanish. Yeah. I would like to complete this course in half the time. So I had to rush through my 8-week Spanish course and then hit Spanish 2.
That's amazing.
And then I can't remember the other course. I'll tell you what, though, I came out better on the other side. I don't know Spanish fully.
I was going to say, do you recommend that strategy for any student out there that's thinking of taking a summer class?
Oh, keep in mind that this was the last year of getting my bachelor's. So
you're trying to graduate.
I was trying to graduate. I was trying to get it done, and you really have to know yourself, and you really need to know your habits, your learning style.
Yeah.
And those were my first online courses as well, because I had never done online. Wow. So you can do it. You can do it. It's easy. It's easier than you think.
Well, there you have it, students. I think, again, Maymester in summer is a great opportunity to get ahead or maybe catch up with a course that you couldn't take and you don't want to fall behind. Yeah, either way, it's a great buffer to either catch up or get ahead. And I would strongly encourage it. And I think you will do very, very well. So obviously, those of you that have 18 hours, you're eligible for 1 tuition-free course. If you ended up with 24 hours, you're eligible for up to 2 courses tuition-free this summer. Take advantage of it and get ahead. So
fall registration's open as well for the fall semester 2021. I can't, when I was at SAC, the day that fall registration opened for everyone, all the computer labs were full. And you would be there with your friends and you'd be like, well, what class are you taking? What are you taking? What are you taking?
Yeah.
So, I hope we haven't lost that. I hope students are still staying in touch with their fellow classmates and meeting up. Because that was one of the best times I remember from going at SAC, being there with your friends. What are you taking? What are you taking? What are you taking?
I think those of us that went through that, and I'm not sure, there may be a variation of that happening now. I'm sure it's a little different now with our students because we've streamlined a lot of things. But I do remember everything was paper, pen. You had a card, you had your classes, you were scratching out classes because your buddy's taking it at this time. And then you want to, and then you're trying to get the right, in your mind, the right instructor. Who is the right instructor other than just folks talking, and then you end up taking, well, I didn't get that instructor. And then you find out that's one of your best instructors you've ever had. So it's just one of these discoveries, of going through higher ed and going through a college and finding and learning. And it's just something we've never experienced before, being first generation. And then it's something I think very special that we, like you said, Hot Mustard, remember and actually cherish as a highlight of kind of our upbringing and growing up, right? Part of that process, right?
Oh yeah.
So
even lining up outside the Lofton Well, the line was actually, it was going to the gym, but the line was backed up all the way to Lofton.
Wow.
But getting into the gym and running to the table that you need to go to, even that was fun. That was great. It was way better than just hitting refresh.
Well, I don't know if, because again, we had those lines too, Hot Mustard. And I remember just scanning and saying, okay, could that be my potential good friend, or could that be my potential girlfriend, or could that be, you're kind of just scanning saying, what if this is cool, because I've never seen this many great people all at once, so it's just exciting. It's exciting, it's new, it's different. You're meeting new people. You're meeting folks from all walks of life, and it's exciting, I think, as a human being, to experience that.
And definitely meeting friends for life.
Yes.
A lot of my friends are from SAC, and the classes that we took and the relationships that were built were just awesome. And, this, once again, we cannot wait to get back on campus.
Yes, I agree. And this fall, Hot Mustard, will be pretty close to normal, if not normal, this fall, because of the variation of classes we're offering and how many services will be here, physically here. I think it's going to get to feel like normal again, like SAC will be SAC again. So very exciting stuff to get to that point. Definitely.
The Tech Store is going to be holding a tax-free event on their website, sactechstore.org. And it's going to be next Tuesday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yes. So again, this is a great opportunity for, no taxes. And we all know, like, oh gosh, here's the price, and I've got just enough, but I don't know if I have enough for taxes, right? So we're always looking at how bad the impact's going to be after taxes are applied. No taxes, April 20th. You show up, you buy a laptop or an iPad or whatever you need for school, and you don't pay taxes. So I want to encourage our students, as part of these HERF dollars, these stimulus dollars that we're giving out to our financial aid students. We sent our financial aid students a $600 check, and we probably will send them more in the fall. So it's important that those students apply for financial aid. And once you apply and get financial aid, you're going to be eligible for these stimulus monies that we're going to be sending our students, which could potentially get you in a position to buy some technology for yourself, right? Some good technology from the Tech Store. So I want to encourage our students to not use that money recklessly somewhere else. I realize some folks may need it for other things, to, rent or whatever. I understand all that. But if you do have the option and the availability and the ability to apply some of that money to some instructional technology materials that will enhance your experience here at SAC, I encourage our students to do that.
And definitely, think of it as, depending on what field you're in.
Right.
The money that you spend on technology not only applies in the classroom, it will also carry you outside of the classroom. A lot of our, radio, television, film students coming in, we tell them, invest in a good set of headphones.
There you go.
You will use them in class, and you will use them when you graduate and beyond.
That's right. And think of our math classes, right? I mean, some of the biggest, barriers for our students is not having a graphing calculator or these things that are usually expensive. So I would definitely encourage our students to invest in that technology. It's just like you said, earphones, or there's always something special that students need within their desired programs. And, we want to help you in any way that we can to secure some quality equipment for yourself that can, as you said, not only last you through your college experience, but even through your professional experience.
Definitely. Oh man, I always wanted one of those TI-83 calculators.
Oh, yeah.
They were so cool. And then you would meet that one friend, and they know how to put like Super Mario on there.
What? I never knew you could put Super Mario on there.
Put games and stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
I never had one until I got to college.
Yeah.
But now, oh man, the graphing calculators now, they're color screens. They got joysticks and
oh gosh. Now, see, that puts the fun in learning, right? When you have the right equipment, you actually make it where it's fun. But and these, yeah, I wish we could get one for every student. That wouldn't be an issue. It's just one of these things that we're going to have to come together and figure it out. And we did a great job this past semester. I want to give it up to our math department. They gave out, lent out graphing calculators to every student that needed one. So that's amazing. That's amazing commitment from our math department and our academic support programs.
Definitely. Let's see. Also, library wants you to pick the next common read selection. It's open to the entire SAC community. One book will be selected before the end of the spring semester, so everyone can read it over the summer.
Again, everyone that participates in this has such a great outlook and has a tremendous opportunity of just collaborating with your colleagues and really kind of sharing some common reads and sharing things about the book. So the library has picked 3 finalists. Am I reading that correctly, Hot Mustard? Tell me who you are, The War of Kindness, and We Need to Talk.
Ooh.
Well, they sound interesting.
Yes. So you can cast your vote and find more information about each of these books. Just head on over alamo.edu/SAC/library. Even on the SAC homepage, there's a link to the library. It's very easy to find. It's one of the easiest links to find on the homepage. All right.
No pressure for those folks too, right? You've been preaching about that for a while now. Let's make it simple.
Yes, we're simplifying the website. It's fantastic. Yes. It's getting better every day.
Awesome.
So voting ends this Friday, April 16th. You got to vote. All right. Man, time flies.
When you're having fun.
Oh, yeah. We always have fun here.
Yeah, always. Always.
All right. Well, it is that time of the show. We got to go. Catch us here every Tuesday morning, 8:30 to 9 on the San Antonio College YouTube channel. Speaking of SAC, I'm Hot Mustard. Thank you, Dr. Vela, for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you, Hot Mustard, as always.